Guess what?
What?
How we doing? Pod's back.
We're back.
No, you missed us.
Oh, it's probably so hard for all of them.
Yeah, all of our listeners.
It was hard
are
for us
devastated.
too. I was.
We understand.
Yeah.
I was just recently reminded of how good this pod is for us. I'm just excited to be back, doing our thing.
And how we doing, groove?
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
How we doing, groove? What's for dinner?
We're gonna talk a little shop, a little how we doing shop,
How we doing, shop?
just how you guys like it.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, unfortunately, our mother, Anne-Marie Feldman, has left us on this earth. She will be deeply missed, and she will not be forgotten. And thank you to everybody that came out to the services and all the food and the love and the well wishes. We really all appreciate that going through this hard time.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, and you guys were showing a little bit of how we doing culture to us, and that's what it's all about, man.
Overwhelming amount of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you need during these types of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
It's
helps.
definitely tough, and it still is tough. And for anybody that's lost a loved one, it's hard, but life goes on, and we have to keep persevering, and just have them with you at wherever you go.
Yeah.
And don't forget them.
Yeah. I think that's a strong message in and of itself, because it's something that we all face in one way or another.
Yeah.
And, Mom will live through us.
Yep.
And help us persevere, in a sense, right? It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, she's gonna be like our guardian angel up there.
Yep.
Yeah. 100%.
So, for you, Amy.
Yes. So once again, thank you to everybody that we know, and we appreciate you. We love you, and we love everybody. But getting into it, you guys know by now that we're back.
We're back.
So
Here to tell you. Go ahead. No. I
feel like I've talked a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a How We Doing intro without
the opportunity.
Nick.
Of course.
Dishing it back to him. Go ahead, guys. Take it
You
away.
had to just put that in there, and you're not going to say anything else.
Sit.
You are bland.
That's all we
Shit.
wanted to do. We wanted to just set a little disruption then just run away.
Just wanted to let them know I'm not going to be a part of this intro because you said not to open. So
You're like those English muffins we just ate.
You realize what he just did? He figured out a way to become part of the intro without
Yeah.
being part of the intro.
Yeah.
He told me that he wasn't going to be.
there's ways to my madness.
I see what you did there.
You're a
All right.
Stromboli.
Stromboli.
Pepper
All right. Well, let's get into it. Okay. We're here to remind you to hold the freaking door. Okay, because that's all it takes. Little act of kindness. Hold the freaking door. All right. We're a pod, but we're more than a pod. We're a movement.
It's a pod, but it's not a pod. It's a movement.
What was happening over here?
He
when
was
I was
just messing with the mic, and I thought he was messing with our quality.
He gave me a look.
And he said something mean to me.
I didn't say anything.
He mouthed the word to me. Not nice.
Chris and Nick. They have this, and for those that are just not
familiar.
they have a unique engagement sometimes on the pod.
We have our moments, and I don't want anyone to think it comes from any hate.
It's not malicious
or anger. It's all love. It's just something we do.
No, it's just how it's how we talk to each other.
It's how we do.
It's all good.
Everybody knows that has a good close family mate or even friend.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's just the way that they understand.
It's love, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but back to this,
bro.
right? What else? See?
Love you both.
This is what we do. We show you the love. It's all about the
What we
love.
do.
All about the love.
Somebody's
man.
probably out there. These guys are so cheesy. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
We're
probably.
from
You know
New
what?
York.
Go take a walk.
Go take a walk and turn
I'm
around.
saying it this time, not Chris.
I like it.
But then come back and watch
Maybe.
the How We Doing pod. Follow us. We're good. We're good for you. You're good for us.
Hold on a second. Quick
All that in
question.
a bag of chips.
Shoot. Talk to me.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Just wanted to say that.
Love you guys in infinite ways that
Infinite
words
ways.
can't say.
I like that.
Clip it.
I like that. We're clipping that. All right, let's let him know about a little bit more about what we do, and then just to remind him, and then we'll hop into all this.
Okay.
Like we said, we're a pod, but not only a pod, we're a movement. If you're not good, we're not good.
That's
and
right.
we're trying to spread the good energy of care, love, and respect for everyone, and that's how we can get to a better desired future.
How we doing mantra right there.
How we do a mantra, right?
Yeah, man.
Give it to us.
It's just there's so much. I don't know if I said
You
it.
said it last episode.
Did I say it?
Said people just not being how we doing like.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's two. And don't take this like literally, please. But two types of people in this world: people that hate or they help.
Yeah, you said this. Yeah.
I don't
Hate
think
or
I
they
said
help.
it on the pod though.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing conversations.
Yeah.
You either hate or you
You know what I'm
help.
saying? Like,
You
and
either
that's
hate or you
like
care.
that's kind of what it comes down to when people aren't, talking what we're talking about. What we're talking about. It's hard. We're all human, and we go
For
through
sure.
emotions, and emotions cloud judgment. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Like, is helping people. How do you? I don't know. I just get such like joy and fulfillment out of helping.
Yeah, it's what we're here to do. Like, wow, we wouldn't be anywhere this far or made any accomplishments without it.
We definitely didn't get to this point in our existence just by one
looking
person.
the other way, or
Yeah, we had to do it together.
Right.
The building.
yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at a point where it's just like, if I see someone in need of any help, like, I'm bolting. I'm doing it. Like,
I don't even want to care about like what exactly I'm about to do. I see somebody needs me. I want to just sprint into action.
mm-hmm. Think about the type of world we live in. You're not going to get everyone to do it. That's the goal. But if more people did that,
What could it be?
it's a how we doing world.
It could be a how we doing world.
What a how we doing world. It's a good one.
That might be one that
How we doing?
we might have to re-enter.
Simple.
Okay.
Simple.
So there's a little taste. Okay, just giving you guys a little taste here. So if you're just starting your day, make sure you stop and say,
How we doing, baby? See how much better that is with none of your blasphemy? None of that. Baby.
It's a blast.
You know
It's
what,
so
man?
much better.
It's not the right word to use.
Yeah, that's not the right word.
but-
What is it?
But that has to do with
Nonsense.
I think you can call it that. Yeah.
Your hoopla.
You hoopla and you doopla. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever you're doing, whatever time you listen to this beautiful pod.
Yep.
We want you to sit back, relax, and grab your cup of coffee.
Yeah. Grab a cup of coffee.
Take a nice deep breath.
Sweet.
Tell him, James.
As we pull you away from the craziness and nurture our minds. Sponsored by these guys right here.
Bosco's Beans Coffee with a bite.
So
Okay, just so
we
you know.
spoke to the cuzzies. It's not 18%, but
No, he told me it was 18% still.
I think for us, maybe, or for our viewers or listeners, maybe.
Said 18%.
But listen, whatever you do, you use the code. What is the code?
Bosco saves.
Bosco saves. You're saving on Bosco's beans. All right. You find out the percentage when you do it.
You listen, buy the coffee. If you drink coffee, this is the coffee you want to
You're
get.
drinking it right now. It's great.
It's fantastic. There's
Yeah.
no better.
You want your caffeine? You get it.
and coffee
there.
brings people together. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
The smell of coffee gets
Listen,
me.
coffee house. You just take a look at the history of coffee. You'll be amazed. One of the
You know how many things happen over a cup of coffee?
I'd like to meet a coffee historian.
business
Abraham Lincoln signed the Proclamation of what is it called?
independence.
Independence.
Yeah.
Over a cup of
All right,
coffee.
come on.
He had coffee right there.
Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Proclamation.
He signed it.
Declaration of Independence. That was
I didn't
founding
say
fathers.
Declaration of Independence.
You, said, you guys said something
It's not
together.
the proclamation.
I said the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, we'll
right.
go
When
with
he
that.
signed that, it was over a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
He must have had a sip of cup of
founding
coffee.
fathers, when they were stuck in that room writing out those bills and those documents, what do you think they were drinking? I mean,
Martin Luther King
they might have
wrote
been doing
this
some other
speech
stuff.
late night with a cup of coffee.
Probably did. At least a few.
Well, I'd
Maybe
like
10.
to just say that this pod runs on coffee.
Right now it does.
It
Until
does.
we could start doing this at 11 a.m.
That's what we were saying
PM.
earlier. Yeah,
It's pretty much 11.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. That would be
doing
the
this
first
pod
thing.
at the end of our day, it's like we wouldn't be able to do it without espresso,
Twitch it.
coffee. You know,
Yeah.
trying to like wake up.
Yeah, but you know, we love coffee. So
Yeah.
buy the beans.
buy the beans.
All right, so let's
All
do
right.
this. Let's move it along.
All right, let me introduce you guys. Let me
Okay.
introduce you guys.
Get the magic.
All right, if you're not listening, start listening. Can you stop playing with that, Chris? It's messing with the.
Trying not to.
I know, just leave it. Just don't touch.
Don't touch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not listening, you better start now because we're doing things a little differently. A little last minute switcheroo we're doing here.
Switcheroo.
We got a two-headed dragon leading off tonight for episode 16 of the How We Doing pod. So we're going to call it Chrissy and Giacomo's Quotes and Genres.
That was really
Wow,
original.
that was original.
How about that?
I wonder where you got that from.
I just made it up just right now.
Yeah, right.
You're
I
like a
can tell.
you're a professional.
Right
You're
off the
just
dome.
right off the dome.
Just came to me.
Holy crap.
My notebook held me a lot.
What's your IQ?
That would be an interesting...
I hope, you know,
It's 92.113.
I want to take an IQ test and, like, you know, I think I'm,
just so you
I'm
could
a
flaunt
smart
it.
person,
Yeah,
but
be like,
I'm afraid that I might not get as high of a score as I would think.
yeah, because you want to take it to be able to flaunt it. Be like, I have an IQ of 150. I
No,
don't
not
even know
even.
if that's
I
a
just
good
want to
score.
know, you know, and then I don't want
Right.
to be disappointed. And, like,
So
Right.
you don't want to know how
Maybe
stupid
I'm
you
not
are.
as smart.
I
as
think
I
I'm
think they-
smart. I don't want to think I'm dumb.
You don't want to know you're dumb, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
We
Yeah,
all think we're
listen,
smart till we take an IQ test.
that's what I'm saying. Who made an IQ test?
Yeah, who was so smart? What was his IQ? Huh?
Listen, you know,
Who is IQ?
somebody's probably watching this like, it was this guy in this year.
Yeah, they probably
this
know the answers
person.
and be like, these guys, man. You're not
Just
dumb.
look
We're
it up.
You're
dumb.
not funny. You're not smart.
We're
you guys are jerks.
dumb.
All right. we love you.
I'm kidding.
We love
Okay,
you. It's just,
we're not actually this aggressive. We're just
I'm
we're
kidding.
toying with you guys.
Sometimes you got to
Toying.
scratch.
Listen, we live in New York. We're a little rough around the edges sometimes.
Yes, you know,
but
like
at the
we're
end of the
trying
day,
to-
we're helping.
We're trying to deliver the good news. We're doing the best we can. We fall short sometimes. We're not the best. Gentani, all right?
Gent down.
Something like ice cold espresso.
All right, but we've been introduced, Chrissy. Should we
Yes,
tell
we
Tell
have.
them about this two-headed dragon we got tonight.
So yeah, we're gonna just do a little collaboration, compilation,
in the sensation
turtlation.
turtlation?
Obtuse triangulation.
The relations between turtles.
We'll
Yeah,
find-
well, you guys sit
tell you
on the
more
same
about that
side
in
of
the
the
next-
table, so do it up.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
no, James, you want to?
Yeah. I'll start this off.
Yeah.
So you know, me and Chrissy were talking earlier, and we're thinking, you know, arguments go far and wide, right?
Mhm.
Many ways an argument could go, and the thought is, how could you make an argument productive? Something like that, right? Less friction.
It's a good focus.
How do you argue? How do you argue?
How do you argue?
How do you argue?
How do you argue?
Yeah.
How do we how we do in arguments?
I think the biggest thing when it comes to that is the realization within the argument to have a mindset to diffuse it. You know,
Yeah, I
Like-
think
if you go into it with a mindset of, I mean, it's hard. Like, obviously, everybody gets angry and everybody, you know, lashes out in
yeah.
some sort of manner.
fundament.
But no, I didn't call on you.
Sorry, you looked at me. I thought it was
no,
going.
yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
that's not the cue. It's not the cue.
Go ahead.
But anyway, you know, it's like you have to have that humility in that situation, and it will help you in arguments. You know,
Fundamentally,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Fundamentally, a lot of
Big
people, they argue to win the argument. You know, their goal is to win the argument, which
rather than compromise.
yeah, and usually it's both sides are trying to win the argument, which that shouldn't be your goal. That's like could be the first step, right?
My point's bigger than my point's stronger than yours. I've definitely been on that side
We've all
of
been
that
there.
coin. Like, see, here's the thing.
But you never win those arguments anyway.
If I am gonna argue, like, so what's an argument? Argument is a disagreement. So most arguments, yeah, they're about, in a sense, winning, right? You want to win the argument, but and then you're about trying to prove your point. Like, I've definitely been on that side of the coin. I know we all have at one point or another. But I think that the angle that you could take that could really neutralize any type of actual friction is focusing on the reason why the person is frustrated. Focusing on why this person is frustrated and maybe trying to understand them more than just standing on your side of the opinion.
Perspective.
Yeah, or perspective, right? If you're not at least open to trying that, then you're not really looking for a less friction type of interaction.
You're just gonna keep wanting to argue.
Well, yeah, there's no resolution because now it's like and that just the sky's the limit on that.
Yeah.
It's not really benefit.
It comes down to just like we've talked about it in the past, like your ego, like you have to drop your ego and not let it get in the way in these arguments, because a lot of the times, like, arguments could lead to bad things.
Yeah, that's usually just the beginning of aggression.
That's one thing I have down in my notes is like damage control. Like, you want to, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you're arguing with. Whatever relationship you have with that person could get a little sticky. You could really start to like hurt your relationship, or people could say mean things and then make it personal. It's just like, be mindful of that.
Very strong point, because this is what it boils down to. If you're getting into an argument with somebody and you start to go ahead and lash out, right? You have to remember that it's not just said here, forget it and leave. You may think that, but it never happens like that. What usually happens, there's some sort of backlash, because that energy, the words that you're saying, and you could even look this up. There's a lot of studies on it. It's basically about the vibrations that clings to even certain letters, but also words, to where that exits your mouth as a vibration that is then basically hitting the person that you're talking to, and it's like, well, am I letting this in or am I not? But the repercussion of them receiving that hate or that anger could be detrimental. Now you're putting that on that person. You're affecting them far past the argument.
Yeah, it's not just an exchange of words. It could
it doesn't stop right
that
here.
That effect could be something more.
It's taking a trip down your journey with you for a little bit.
Yeah, it could linger.
One thing, like, my thoughts are, because you want to be able to admit you're wrong, but it's not even about admitting you're wrong, but it's like being willing to maybe agree to disagree sometimes, or
sometimes it is
and like usually not. I mean, a lot of different scenarios with arguments, but sometimes it'll be like your main thing you're disagreeing on, and then other like subtopics around it, and this and that, and then it's kind of like a debate, right? Like, but then you could be like, okay, like what you said about that is like, I can live with that. I agree with that, and then maybe you throw them that bone, not like to manipulate them, but just because you're being mindful and trying to be
fair, diplomatic.
You're not arguing just to win, right? And then that person might be like, okay, well, what you like once you establish that ground, okay, well, maybe, what you said about this is okay, and then you're kind of like, because not an argument doesn't have to be a bad argument. It could just be a conversation, and ultimately that main topic or disagreement, if you're going to disagree on it, okay.
Right.
Agree to disagree. You spoke on other topics around it. You agree on some things you just don't, and that just comes from people's backgrounds or just your beliefs and what
Yeah.
you grew up around, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And one thing I've been saying lately is like a lot of people will if you think this way about this, then you're a bad person, or I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to be friends with you. And it's like that's a weird way to go about who you allow in your life, I think, because like I have my group of friends, I don't stand with every opinion they have about whatever it is, but
Right.
I care about them as a person, and we've been through a lot of stuff together, and that care and love is still there. Care,
Right.
love, and respect is still there.
There you go. Yeah.
Right? But it's like that we all are different. We all have different opinions on everything.
So it's like you just have to kind of bring yourself to a place of accepting it. So like, and
Yeah,
what
not
you're
everyone's gonna think the way you do. you
yeah,
know?
and you in a sense need to be okay with that in order to leave a situation frictionless.
Mhm.
More situations you have that are frictionless, the more peaceful you're going to be. So there's also the factor just to add on top of that of like the more willing you are to receive somebody's thoughts and try to either relate or just have empathy for their situation, the more you're going to validate their feelings, and that usually calls for somebody's more likely to submit in that environment.
They'll know instantly that okay, he's working with me.
Right.
Right.
So now I'll be more flexible now. Even if I have to like bend my feelings about this a little bit, I'm willing to bend it a little bit because I realize that this person is being a little bit fair. And
yeah, it's like, you make that first good step of that good faith.
right, leap of faith.
Leap of faith. Thank you. And then it can progressively lead to something better. Some other things I just have written down.
Well, still going, huh?
Yeah, I have my notes. I got to get through my notes.
Wait, this is part of Nikki's notes?
No. I have notes about everything.
This just turned into your pod, but all right.
I mean, like, with anything, right? Patience. That could help you in an argument. I said that I'm willing to admit when you're wrong. Tell the truth and your truth. Like, be honest.
Yeah.
That's like, even if it hurts, like, I think it's just the best thing for anyone to do. You will have less regrets, I think. You leave it, put it on the table, let it be known. Be understanding of someone's point of view. It's not, and that's something to practice, because you only know your own thoughts and how you feel about your own opinions and morals, but that's it. Agree to disagree sometimes.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's how you kick me off. Just start clapping. All right.
I just,
Take it away, two-headed
you
monster.
had some good stuff in there. You really did.
Thank you.
But you know what? I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like you trumped our segment a little bit.
I got nothing to say about that.
You did a little trumpage, but it's okay. We're gonna work around it. It's no problem.
I mean, like you said, I had some good stuff there, so we'll leave it
That's
at that.
right, exactly right. Well, yeah. I mean, I hope you guys took a little bit from that and can apply it to yourselves and hopefully the people around you. This life is not easy, and we're just trying to give you a couple things that we like to talk about and we like to do to try and steer you in the right direction if you need some steering.
Yeah, and another thing.
If you got a boat, we'll sail it.
There it is. Add it to the list. If you got a boat,
Steve,
we'll sail it. I like that. Like I've been driving around, I'm just seeing like people are just stressing the little things, like this guy's the guy doesn't go. It's a green. The red light turns green. He doesn't go for a couple seconds. This guy's flailing his arms and everything. It's like, dude, like life's too short, man. You can't stress about that.
Don't stress over the little shit.
Don't stress the little things.
Bada boom.
It's not worth it.
Don't stress it.
It's gonna be worse for you in the long run.
Yeah.
Say
long run.
Goose Fraba.
Yeah.
What's that from?
Anger management.
Anger management. It actually helps. I think.
Cruz Fraba.
If you haven't seen Anger Management, go watch it. It's a great movie.
We're gonna be bringing you entertainment. Sorry, I don't know where that.
HowWeDoingMovie.com coming to you soon.
How we doing productions?
What would it be like if we had a movie?
You.
What would we be? Will we be like spies, like Tom Cruise? Like what would we do?
No.
Or would we be just like opening all the doors?
I think we would be survivors.
Ooh.
In the Matrix. All right, so take that home with you, okay? A little bit of some thoughts for your thinking.
Yeah.
Hopefully it helps.
Just so you
Hopefully it
guys know,
helps.
we are a continuous pod. We do not cut anything, so don't comment that. Okay.
Comment anything. I want to see comments, likes, shares,
my
and
Don't
subscribes.
cut anything. We are real.
We are going into Nico's notes, coming to you right now.
Nikos, anotes.
Ding, da, boom, boom. What do you hear? What do you say? Welcome back to another edition of Nico's Notes. How we doing?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Waikiki, sponsor me. You get a special sponsor just for Nico's Notes in the How We Doing pod. Favorite part of the pod. My favorite part, your favorite part. What do you want to do? What's for dinner?
Can I ask a question?
Usually I don't allow it in the notes of Nico, but go ahead.
If you could be, this is not really how we doing related. It's kind of just the question. I think it might be entertaining. You could be in front of one animal, like in a room with one animal or face to face with one animal, and they won't do anything to you.
No harm.
No harm. Which animal would it be, and why?
Either a polar bear or a tiger.
Yeah, I was thinking lion or tiger.
I'm going orca.
Oh, Chrissy loves orcas.
Orca or lion, or shark.
Mm.
Can you imagine looking a shark?
I want to be
being alive right in front of you.
I want to be one of
in
those
the eye.
guys that's like laying down, like snuggling with a tiger or a lion, like rubbing his belly and shit,
I always
giving him a nice scratch by the ears and stuff.
I always thought that if I come into contact with an orca, yeah, look at those things. They're freak. James has them pulled up on his laptop right now.
Orcas, oh yeah,
Dude, if
beautiful.
you could ride one of those and just like be its friend, you know?
I feel like they were like they make these noises, don't they?
Like, dude, you know, it's a beautiful animal.
They're mammals. We're mammals too.
Wow.
How does that work?
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, the orcas, killer whales, they run the ocean.
They do. There's nothing that could that
Because
tops them.
they hunt in packs.
But they've never harmed humans in the wild. So
no, I think they have.
in the wild,
There's been scenarios where they thought we were seals, like a human was a seal, because they hunt seals. They hunt seals in pretty brutal ways. They like use their tail fin and like flap them up in the air
I've
and
seen
stuff.
those videos.
It's like a game for them because they're just
I don't know, man. There's something about them that just makes me want to,
yeah, I
you
know.
know, just be their friend.
They're such
Their teeth
big
don't
animals.
look that sharp,
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
right?
They are huge, man. Remember Shamu? Shout out Shamu.
Shout out Shamu.
Good. I'm glad that there's no more orcas like being captured anymore. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm happy about that
They're
too.
still in captivity, but no more will be.
Yeah, no more.
But they're just using the ones they have in captivity to breed.
No, but I don't think they're allowed to breed anymore.
We got to look into that.
In at least in America.
All right. You cut off. You're taking
old
up too
America.
much time of my notes
Just go.
because now we're getting to the good part. All right.
Go for it.
I'm hungry. I want to hit the snacks.
There's a cute little sidetrack there. Listen, man. I'm just gonna read this off. Life is too short, man. Life is too short. Things happen and they make you realize that. So
Yeah.
enjoy your time here. You know, live your life to the fullest. Enjoy the people in your life that make you happy. You know, don't complicate it. Don't overthink these things. If being around and doing things with people in your life that makes you feel happy and feel good and bring you joy, just keep doing that and don't question it. You know, stick to that.
I think that's a good point. That's a strong point. You know, life is too short, and you find out that less and less people are taking notice to such a seems like such a fundamental idea or piece of knowledge.
Such an
right there.
important practice.
Yeah.
I've always been big on that. Is like I feel blessed, and I've always been grateful for the people that are in my life, and it's just like, for whatever reason it is, I know they're there for a greater reason, and it's very evident to me, and I'm just always grateful for that. So it's like, just enjoy those people, man.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Enjoy your peeps. Enjoy your life.
That's all you got.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up good, man.
It's like take on the, even like sometimes it hurts, but sometimes it's really beneficial to just take on the pain for your loved ones however you can. Like, lessen the load. You create a stronger bond. Loved ones, even a stranger, you never know whose life you're changing in a matter of that one time. Like, you could do something nice and really just change somebody's whole perspective for a week, for a month, for the rest of their lives. That's big. That has happened. There's stories out there, you know, these one-time interactions even of kindness that completely change somebody's life.
Yeah, that's what I've been focusing on and just trying to do. Be in the light, still trying to do that, and just,
That's all you can hope for, man. Just good things.
Yeah, and one more.
good things. All right. We're gonna wrap up the notes here. Per usual, no emails to the email, and I'm not even gonna say the email anymore because you guys know it. You're just deliberately not sending them, and that's how we do in productions@gmail.com. Shout out no one, because we got no emails. And listen, you get all the socials. Follow, like, share, subscribe, comment.
Take a walk.
Come back, do all those things over again. That's how we doing productions.com. Find all our socials there, wherever you get your pod, wherever your pods are. We're on it. Enjoy it. Love doing the pod. Love our community. And we're not going nowhere. We're just getting started. Episode 16. Nico's Notes. Over and out.
Wow.
Well, sorry to disappoint those that thought we were done, because we're not.
The haters, they
We're
thought
done.
they thought they got to
We're
us.
done for the night. The snacks are calling. Man, we're running off caffeine and
How
freaking
we doing, baby?
cinnamon raisin freaking English muffins.
We're doing a podcast.
But we're still kicking. We're still going. We love doing this.
just getting started. What's for dinner?
Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys took a little bit of something that we talked about today and tonight, and apply it to your life. And we'd love to hear some feedback. So if you're watching, comment, say something that you liked about the video. We'd appreciate it. And yeah, man, just keep loving, keep doing your thing. Back to life, hey, back to the How We Doing podcast, back to life, hey, back
It's a podcast.
to the How
It's
We
a
Doing
freaking podcast.
podcast. What?